How you see or view yourself has a great impact on how you relate with people, or even how you do your work, how productive you are. Hey, my name is Caroline Kihugu. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case you're new here, welcome. And if you've not already subscribed, kindly do so. I would appreciate it. And also hit the bell to be notified every time I post a new video. Today we are talking about self-image, and anybody who knows me knows that I'm a very confident person. My self-esteem is so high most of the time, and what most people do not know is that for so long I've really struggled with my self-image. And basically self-image is how you see yourself. I look through the mirror and I see that I'm too fat sometimes. Other times I feel I'm okay, and other times I feel I have a very big pimple somewhere. It's really disgusting. And basically that's what self-image is, how you see yourself, not necessarily body wise, how you see yourself in terms of even the confidence, how you walk, know that. And if you are not confident about how you look, if you are someone who struggles with self-image, most of the time is because we belittle ourselves. We do not feel like we belong and we can do things right. Or okay, let me talk about my case. Okay, most of the time I used to look at myself through the mirror and I thought I am not as beautiful, so I did not deserve to be treated like someone who was. I felt like I had to fight to get anything I wanted because I felt like a lesser being. And it's not something I've always portrayed out there. And most people know that I am very confident. I am this confident woman because I will literally talk anywhere. I will just go into, I believe I can walk into any space and just fit, because my confidence is very high. I am this person who walks as if the world belongs to me. That's what I've been told before, my walking style, because I'm too confident. But then what you do not know is I do struggle a lot with how I look, both my self-image. I've really struggled. And you know what self-image does is it will either build you or break you. And I've seen it's affected me even with how I relate with people. And most of the time when I'm around people, I feel like I did not deserve to be in a certain crowd. And most of the time I had myself walked over because I was not I was confident, but then I felt like I need to do extra to fit in. And having a low self-image or a bad self-image also affects how you do your work. And for example, in the kind of line I am dealing with, most of the time I have to go negotiate for jobs, and what I do is I undercharge because I felt if I charge them more, they will not give me the job, not realizing that if somebody else comes with the same, for example, let's say we are selling like a shoe, and the shoe should go for maybe 1,000 bob, but then most of the time I'll find myself going for 900, selling at 900, because I didn't feel like these people can buy the shoe at 1,000 bob, simply not because it's not worth it, but because I didn't feel like if I did sell the shoe myself at 1,000 bob, they will not buy it, forgetting that if somebody else sells at 1,000 bob and they are so confident about it, they know it's what the shoe is worth. And simply because it's not even about the shoe, it's about you yourself as a person. And that's what I found myself doing. I found myself charging people less because I felt if I do sell them at a higher price, if I do charge them at a higher price, they will not buy my idea. And one thing is because in the kind of line I'm working on, most of the people, or most of my clients, are a bit elderly people. And when I started, they would look down on me, and That is the kind of image I took with me all along. Like, if they are belittling me, then it is because I'm little. Forgetting that I went into this business knowing what I wanted to achieve, and because I saw a problem I wanted to solve, and forgetting that the problem I'm solving deserves better, because I need to give them quality, I need to make some coins out of it, and I need to keep doing it for them. And in the long run, if you charge people less, you end up digging deeper into your pocket, which in the long run, even the problem you are to solve, you cannot solve it. You don't have the finances, you do not have the will to keep going. Nobody wants to keep doing something that is not making sense to them, economic wise. And most of the time I find myself, especially when I wake up on a day that I don't feel okay about myself and go to a client, chances are I will end up charging the person very little. And on the days that I wake up feeling so good about myself, I find myself doing better in terms of my marketing, in terms of how much I charge them. And it's something I have had to fight to keep moving. It's something I have had to keep pushing and keep reassuring myself that you know what, Carol, you're perfect just the way you are. You can do this, and it's what you're meant to do, and it's your country, for heaven, for God's sake, and it's your business. And these people will not beat you for speaking your mind. These people will not beat you for telling the truth. These people will not beat you for being yourself. But if you belittle yourself, everybody's going to carry you that way. And you know, trying to change how people see you on the first time is very hard. Like, it feels like you have to keep proving you are capable. But when people see from the beginning that you are confident, you take care of yourself, and they will respect you for that. And you know, another thing, when your self-image is so low, you tend to not take care of yourself. For example, myself, I have a very difficult time taking care of my face, taking care of my hair. And most of the time it's not because I do not have the money to do my hair also, but it's because why should I go to the salon, waste time there? And I do not deserve, sometimes I feel like I do not deserve to feel nice or to be dressed nice. Sometimes I feel like I do not deserve to even have a job. Sometimes I feel like I do not deserve a certain man, I do not deserve certain friends. And it's something you will have to keep fighting until you reassure yourself that, you know what, I'm good enough for this. And you know, the best thing with whenever you start believing you're good for something, it actually happens. It's like, for example, there are these vehicles I like the Mazda Demio, I love an Audi, I love a Ford double cab, I love a Discovery car. And most of the time on the road, I notice Mazda Demios. And recently I've been noticing an Audi, and I never thought most people can afford Audis in Kenya. And recently I see so many Audis on the road. Audi A3, A6, Q5, Q7. I was like, aya, kumbe these vehicles are, kumbe I can own one of these. Before I did my hair, before I made dreadlocks, I never thought many people do have them. But then since I started thinking about the dreadlocks and even having one myself, all I see are people with dreadlocks. Once I start thinking about dyeing my hair, everybody I see will have dye. And it's simply what you feed your mind. If today you think of a red Mazda Demio, then you will see red Mazda Demios. If you think you do not deserve it, then all your mind will be fed with is, I cannot do this. It is not possible. It cannot be done. Other people can do it, but I cannot. Because that's what you're feeding your mind. And whatever you feed your mind becomes your reality. Starting a business before, I used to worry, like, how will I survive? How can I even finance a business? And you know what? For the last 2 years, God has been faithful. I've been financing it. I don't know how most of the time, but I've been doing it. And it's simply something I did put in my mind. And I will always be reminded, on Friday I need money to go do the job. On Monday I need money to go get sanitary. And most of the time I find it in my mind thinking, where do I get the money? And chances are I will get the money because I have to go. Although sometimes we will have to fight with the owner of the car, but deep down I know I will have to pay for the car. I'll have to pay for the transport, and somehow I get the transport money simply because it's what is in my mind, and it's what I've fed my mind to believe in. I can do it. It's possible. I'm good enough. And even how people view me, like the other day I was talking to a guy. He literally thought I was married, and the guy has thought so for long, and he gave me a lift in his car. And I remember, okay, we are not close, but I remember him asking, hey, and Carol, by the way, are you married? And I'm like, no. But you have a kid? No. And I asked, why did you ask so? And he said, it's because how you behave like a married woman. And I asked, how does a married woman behave? And he said, any woman with a husband behaves respectfully. There's a type of way married women behave, unlike when you're just a single woman. And I thought, wow, my parents did a good job. But on top of my parents doing a good job, then I have valued myself enough. I'm behaving in a way that suggests that I am being good, I am doing good, I am well mannered. And it's not always been like that. Sometimes I've had my ups and downs. I've had days where I literally was not confident enough. And if you ask some people, they know that how mannered I am. They will tell you other things. They will tell you negative things. But that's just the picture I was when I did not value myself enough. And even how you see yourself affects the kind of relationships you will have. And most of the time I've had challenges with the kind of guys I date. And I remember we were talking with a friend the other day about relationships, and he kind of joked that, okay, it is not a joke now looking back at it, but he said, you have a history of choosing wrong guys. And thinking back, I think I have a history of choosing wrong guys. I've been attracted to the bad guys. And it is life. Now I'm trying to make things better because I know I do not deserve to be anybody's second. I deserve better. I know better. For those that I've hurt, intentionally or unintentionally, I am sorry. How you see yourself determines how you relate to other people, determines how you will be valued, you will be carried, you will be respected as well. How you see yourself will determine the kind of job you'll do, whether it's a pathetic one or a good job. If you see yourself as a good person, you take regard of yourself, then chances are the same will be seen even in the kind of job you do, because you're confident enough. You do not need anybody to keep reminding you need to do this every other second, every other 10 seconds. So how you see yourself matters a lot. I hope this was beneficial, and I hope we will keep growing, we will keep viewing ourselves highly, and we will keep growing together. Till next time, bye.